Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Archer's Garage and Whatnot. We are back from vacation now, and I'm gonna do a little different video than what we're used to doing here. Not working on anything, not exploring anything. I'm giving you a review of our family truckster for the last 2 weeks, the Ford Transit 350. So 2021. We rented this thing from Enterprise Rental Car, and we figured we're going to be taking a bunch of people with us. We had 9 people in the van. We looked at either renting an RV, going that route, or renting a van. The RV would have cost about $4,000 before gas, before tolls, before lot fees where you're going to park for the night and all that stuff. Because when you rent them, around here anyway, I don't know if they're everywhere the same price. Around here they give you 500 miles, and we did over 6,000 miles. So you do all the addition, and it adds up quickly. And for about 1,600 bucks, we rented this van, and you can stay in some really nice hotels for that extra money. So that's what we did. We rented a couple houses. We stayed in some really nice hotels, and now I want to give you a thorough review of this van. So let's get started. Alright, there she is in all her glory. If you think you hate her now, wait till you drive her. Just kidding. It's actually a pretty good van. For what it is, I mean, it's a van, right? It's gonna get poor gas mileage. It's gonna be hard to park. It's a van. That's what it is. So let's talk about gas mileage first. We went, let me turn you guys. So like I said, we drove over 6,000 miles through mountains, flatlands, all this stuff, and we averaged between 16 and 18 miles per gallon. Not bad for a full-size van, V6 powered, carrying 9 people. It's 5 adults, 4 children, and I mean, that's pretty darn good if you ask me. There were times where I was getting upwards of 23 miles a gallon, and that was coasting down mountains for 10 miles. That wasn't the average. That was the rare occurrence. But between 16 and 18 miles per gallon is what we got. It was pretty good. I was expecting 15 or less, so not too shabby. Engine wise, let's get started under the hood here. So to pop the hood, it's this little guy up under the cubby on the driver's side. Took me a minute to find it. That's why I'm showing you guys that. Alright, let's go around here. And here she is, a 3.5 V6. Pretty good engine. Did its job. You're not going to win any races with it, but it's not a race car, right? It's a van to travel from here to yonder with. This is a 16 passenger van. Well, I think it's 16. It's 4, 7, 10, 13, 15 passenger van. Excuse me. Ooh, 15 passenger van. Front seats are pretty good. My complaint about the front seats, so you got your armrests on both seats, or captain chairs. My complaints about the front seats: the armrest is higher than the door rest, so when you're sitting there, you've got your arms crooked. Also, you hear that? It's the same on the driver's side. And if you're like me and you like to drive with your arm, you know, sitting on that, holding onto the side of the wheel, it gets sore after a few hundred miles. So keep that in mind. It's got sync, AC, everything, of course. There's your automatic shifter. Don't have too many complaints about it. We fit a pretty good sized cooler in here, so we had our Pepsis and waters and all that stuff in there. It was good. We got plenty of cup holders up here. You got a cup holder in the door, in the console, driver's side the same way. Good stuff. It was a little bit tall. We had a couple shorties in our group, so we had to carry a step with us. So it was a little bit short or a little bit tall for the shorties. So keep that in mind. Get your armrest here. is your middle seat. Now, anywhere there's a cup holder, there's a USB port. So very good for the kids playing their games. And like I said, we went 6,000 miles and the kids did really well. I can't complain. Now we took this seat out so you could have more clearance to get to the back. I'll show you guys how to do that in just a minute. It's very, very simple. See how it opens up barn door style here. Very easy. One thing you need to keep in mind, see how this door is open this way? Yeah, that's not the end of it. It opens up all the way there. So, ask me how I know this. So you got your door open. A big gust of wind comes up. Bam. Ask me how I know. So, keep that in mind, guys. All right, so we've got that. Now here's to the back. Opens up barn door style, just like the other. Now here's a feature that I really, really enjoyed. Okay, so here's your doors, right? Fully open. Think again. Unlock. Now they're fully open. And you can do the other side the same way. So that way you can get more people in here to help store things, all that stuff. We also removed these two seats here for the trip. Gave us a lot of extra room. We didn't need this rear row of seating, so we wanted to remove the seats. I thought about removing these two side seats here. Those don't come out as easy. They require, that looks like a T50 Torx, and then you got to remove the seat belts and all that stuff. I figured for the little bit that we would gain, it's not worth the effort, and I don't think, you know, Enterprise Rental Car won't be putting tools on their vehicle, on their brand new van. So we left those alone and just packed bags on top of them. You know, I mean, we would have probably gained a couple square feet, but whatever. What's a couple square feet between friends? All right, so to get these out, you pull this little handle, right? You see that? You do that and that. Now, let me see if I can set you guys up. I don't have my tripod this morning, so let me see if I can set you guys up. No, probably not. All right, so you pull both of these at the same time, right? And then you push with your head or shoulder forward on the seat, and it pivots, right? And then you just slide the seat back. Now it is very heavy. This thing probably weighs 75, 80 pounds. So have somebody help you lift it out. It's a little much for some people. Here's your spare tire. But anyhow, it gave us plenty of room. And I just put it back in. You have to take the headrest out to get it out. To do that, it's these little buttons here. You push those in, there and there, and the headrest comes right out. You got AC all the way to the back. Let me see, what else can I talk about here? Overall, it was a good van. Like I said, it's not a race car. You're not going to win any races with this thing. You're not going to win any car shows. It's not fancy. Oh, there's my baby. But overall, she did us well. Now, here, let me turn you guys around again. All right, so recommendations. This thing, if you're going on long road trips, you're going out in the middle of nowhere, perfect. Perfect. If you're going in a city, we went to New Orleans for a night. It was a little difficult. Trying to park this thing, it's a little tall, so you can't get in the parking garages very easily. So we had to park it on the side of the street. We got written permission from the hotel to park it where the baggage drop-off is. And let me reiterate that, written permission from the hotel, just so you don't walk out there the next morning and your stuff's towed. Yes, written permission. Don't forget that. Anyhow, in a city, this thing's kind of a nightmare because it's so long. I mean, the wheelbase is ginormous. But on a road trip, it handled well. It got pretty good gas mileage. It sat everybody, 9 people, luggage, everything inside. So one thing that is missing that I wish it had is a receiver for a hitch, so I could have carried my cargo carrier back here for any additional storage. Does not have that. I'm sure you can get them with that, but I bet you Enterprise Rental Car doesn't want you pulling trailers, and that's why they didn't put it on there. It does not have a roof rack either, which I'm okay with that. All of our stuff fit inside, so everything stayed dry. We were packed to the gills, but it stayed there. But overall did good. I can't complain. Here's where you put your gas. This is weird, right? Very odd. You had to open the door, put your gas in there. Now, the door will close so the fumes don't get in there and you have your wife complaining at you. But anyway, that's where you do that. So like I said, guys, overall pretty good van. You want to watch out for cities, but if you're going on a road trip, definitely good rental. Would I purchase this? Probably not, just because it's you know, it's a little underpowered for what I would want to do. I would, you know, if I had something like this, I'd want to pull trailers, I'd want to haul my lumber around, do stuff like that. So I'd opt for an SUV or a pickup truck. But overall, I'm happy with the experience. And man, this thing catches some bugs. I just got done washing this thing. Wow, you talk about an inch of bugs. So there it is, folks. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a little bit different than what I normally do on this channel, but got the van here. I wanted to give a good review of it, and there she is. Overall, good experience. Cost us a couple $1,000s to rent it, just a little bit under. When it was all said and done, we drove a little over 6,000 miles in 15 days. Went through 17 states. We didn't stop in all 17, but we went through 17 states. We saw 3 national parks, 3 national monuments, New Orleans, Waco, Texas, went to Magnolia Farm. Did everything. We did everything. It was great. It was a great vacation. So I highly recommend you doing that with your family. It's affordable. Do it. Anyway, God bless you guys. Thank you for joining me on Archer's Garage and Whatnot, and I will see you next time. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button, like the channel, or like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye.